What's up, folks? Ross from the Xbox Tavern podcast here, and doing something a little bit different this time. As you may have heard on the podcast, Football Manager 23 is coming out shortly, and fans of the series will tell you that the best part of the game is uncovering the next big thing, and this year's version is no different. So this is my top 5 hidden gem wonder kids in Football Manager 23. So it won't feature your big names like your Jude Bellinghams, your Yusufu Mokokus, things like that. These are players where you may not have heard of them and will certainly be available for a lot more teams than just your really big hitters. So without any further ado, let's get into the list. First up, we have a 16-year-old in Warren Zaire-Emery, a 16-year-old defensive mid playing at PSG. He's already featured in the PSG first team in Ligue 1 as well as the Champions League. Having impressed for the French youth setup as well, there's every chance that we may see him in the full national team by the time the next major tournament comes around. He's available for around 25 million, so this could be a signing for slightly bigger teams, but your midfield anchor is set for 15 plus years if you can nab him. Something a little bit closer to home this time, and we have Emre Tizgel, a 16-year-old striker from Stoke who has had the English youth setups comparing him to Harry Kane with his movement and finishing ability. Having lit up the Serenka Cup with 2 wonderful semi-final goals against Portugal and a Player of the Tournament award to match, he seems destined for a big money move to the Premier League, and to top it all off, we already know that he can do it on a cold rainy night in Stoke. Coming in at around £11 million, he's definitely worth the investment and definitely able to get some cup minutes early on in the game. To the Bundesliga now, and we have the incredibly versatile Paul Vanner. At 16 years and 15 days, he became the youngest ever player to represent Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga and second youngest player ever to feature in the competition. With the ability to play anywhere in the top half of the pitch, you can train him anywhere you like, and I find him especially effective coming off the right onto his favoured left foot. Pick him up at a bargain £9 million and watch him grab goals and assists for fun. When pundits refer to you as the Swedish Messi, you know you're on your way to stardom, and that's exactly what has been said about Rune Berdarji. The Malmo youth product has jumped across the border to play with Copenhagen. Having already racked up 5 goals in 26 games as a 16-year-old, as well as Champions League appearances against Dortmund and Sevilla, Rooney could very well be on his way to be the next great Scandinavian FM wonderkid. Coming in at around just under £10 million, and based on how excellent he was in last year's game, Rooney will be a starter for most Premier League teams within a few seasons. And what would a wonderkid list be without a seriously cracked South American who seems almost made up? And this year we get such a player from Palmeiras in the form of Endrick. Having gained massive hype in real life, with price tags as high as £40 million being thrown around after his 9 goals in 12 games, his in-game hype is just as real. You'll be hard pressed to find a wonderkid list without Endrick on it. Availability will be an issue as he doesn't want to leave the club straight away, but if you can get him in on a season-long loan and play him regularly, he's much more open to a move at the start of the second season. Anyway folks, that was my top 5 hidden wonder kids in Football Manager 23. Keep an eye on the channel for even more wonder kid videos in the future. Thanks very much.